Don't quit yet, rocket success is near. The diner smelled like burnt coffee and old vinyl booths. It was past midnight in Queens, New York, and the only people awake were truckers, night shift workers, and dreamers who couldn't sleep. Across from the counter sat Arman Khan, a 34-year-old immigrant from Pakistan. His eyes, bloodshot from weeks of sleepless nights, scanned the help-wanted section of the newspaper with the kind of desperation that comes only when you're running out of options. Arman had been in America for 7 years. Back home, he had been an electrical engineer. Here, he drove Uber 12 hours a day, cleaned offices on weekends, and sent every dollar he could back to Karachi, where his mother's medical bills piled like bricks on his chest. But lately, nothing seemed enough. The bills here were drowning him too. His car was one payment away from repossession. The landlord had taped a warning notice on his apartment door. And worst of all, he hadn't told his mother the truth. Every time they spoke, he lied. "I'm doing well, am I? Don't worry. Soon, I'll start my own business." But inside, his hope was fraying. That night, as he folded the paper in defeat, a stranger slid into the booth across from him. A tall black man with weary eyes and grease-stained hands. His name tag, still pinned to his uniform, read, "Darnell, Technician." "Mind if I sit?" Darnell asked. Arman hesitated, then nodded. "You look like you're carrying the whole world on your shoulders," Darnell said with a crooked smile. "What's eating you?" Arman gave a bitter laugh. "Life. The American dream. Or maybe the joke of it." Darnell chuckled. "Man, I know that feeling. I was about to quit last year. Divorce, lost my house, slept in my car for 2 months. Thought it was the end. But you know what, sometimes success comes right after you think you can't go any further." Arman frowned. "Easy for you to say. You look like you're back on your feet." Darnell leaned closer. "Because I didn't quit. Listen, don't quit yet. Success is near. You just don't see it coming." Arman wanted to believe him. But words felt cheap when your stomach growled louder than your hope. The next morning, after another endless Uber shift, Arman's phone buzzed. A customer had left a review. "Driver was kind, helped me with groceries. Would hire again." Attached was a note, "Are you interested in steady work? Call me." Confused, Arman dialed the number. On the other end was Mr. Hayes, a property manager. He needed someone reliable to handle maintenance calls for his buildings, fixing wiring, replacing lights, checking heating systems. The pay wasn't glamorous, but it was steady. Arman's heart skipped. This was work in his actual field. Not engineering yet, but closer. A door cracked open. For weeks, he balanced the new job with Uber. He climbed ladders, replaced fuses, repaired broken intercoms. Slowly, a reputation grew. Tenants started asking for him by name. Hayes noticed. "You're not just good, you're professional," Hayes told him one evening. "I got bigger contracts coming. Stick around, and you won't regret it." For the first time in years, Arman felt something shift. But fate is cruel before it is kind. One freezing February night, Arman returned to find his apartment ransacked. Thieves had broken in, stolen his laptop, his savings envelope, everything. He collapsed on the floor, shaking. The little progress he had made vanished in an instant. That night, he almost gave up. Almost bought a one-way ticket back to Pakistan. Almost called his mother to confess it had all been a lie. But then, Darnell's voice echoed in his memory, "Don't quit yet. Success is near." Arman clenched his fists. No. Not yet. Weeks turned into months. He doubled down. He worked through snowstorms, through Ramadan fasts, through exhaustion that left his hands trembling. Hayes kept his promise soon. Arman was managing entire buildings, hiring small crews, teaching younger workers the trade. Word spread. Other landlords called. Arman registered his own business, Khan Electrical and Maintenance Services. 1 year later, he stood outside a new office space with his name on the frosted glass. It wasn't a Manhattan skyscraper glamorous, but it was his. The real test came when his mother's health took a sharp turn. The doctors in Karachi needed upfront payment for her surgery. Without hesitation, Arman wired the money. For once, he didn't have to borrow. That night, he called her. I sent the payment. Don't worry, you'll get the best treatment." She cried softly on the other end. "Beta, I always knew. I always knew you'd make it." Arman pressed the phone to his forehead, tears streaming. For the first time, he felt worthy of her faith. Years later, people would look at him, a successful business owner with crews across New York, and assume it had been easy. But Arman remembered the diner. The night he almost quit. The stranger who sat across from him and changed his path with 7 words, "Don't quit yet. Success is near."